Hey, welcome, all my right thinkers. Thanks for tuning in to check out your boy P Funk. Thinking right out here in my lab. I'm back in the book. I got so many books. I'm gonna do my Shetaut Netta. I done went down this rabbit hole of Netarianism. So now we're gonna get into this 4 great truths of right thinking philosophy, aka Shetaut Netta. Let's go. It's gonna be fun. I'm teaching now. Okay, let's rock. Rightism, 25 rules to live by. Storytelling, story with a message. There's a message in my stories for life. I'm giving you life lessons. You tune in to receive them. I appreciate you. We got a good thing going. Let's do what we do. Right thinking mission is to enlighten, inspire, educate, and motivate you, the individual, to a higher spiritual level of enlightenment. Right thinking way of life through mental and spiritual discipline. Practice daily will help and guide you to attain your goal of reaching spiritual enlightenment, aka know thyself. My mission is that all right thinkers know thyself. If you're a right thinker, your goal is to, know thyself. You see where we're going with this? Let's get there together. So I ask the question, do you know you? You will when I get through. Wow, that's what I do for you. It's rhetorical, but if you don't have an answer for yourself, tune in. I got you. A person who knows not, and knows not that they know not, is foolish. Disregard them. A person who knows not, and knows that they know not, is simple. So you teach them. That's why I do what I do. For you. Appreciate you too. Stay tuned. I got more for you. A person who knows not, and believe and think that they know is dangerous, avoid them. I do. A person who knows and knows not that they know is spiritually asleep. I can waken them. I'm your spiritual alarm clock here to wake you up with knowledge of self. That's what I do for you. A person who knows and knows that they know is wise. Follow them. All these persons reside in you. Right thinkers, know thyself and to my be true. We're going to talk about the Netarian principle. It's 4 of them. Okay, I'm in chapter 2 of the book. I don't know how I got here. Rabbit hole. I'm just popping in and out of rabbit hole, just trying to get the information that y'all asking for. So that makes me feel better because that's my process. That's my goal, to give you what you want. You ask for it, I got you. Let's go. Let's talk about the 4 great principles of Shetaut Netta. And they got it broken down here, but they show you, they write it in hieroglyphic form. And begin again, I don't care about not care, but that's not gonna make me no smarter and wiser, understanding how to read the measure Netta. And I pop it every now and then. I still haven't changed the concept, so I'm gonna read a little bit of it. It sounds funny, but I got to do that part. I won't read the hieroglyph, but I will read the way they spoke the language back in Egypt. All right. First thing they tell you is Pa Netta, Nabercha, Netaru. Translation, the Netta, that's God, the one, the supreme being. We knew that. We emphasized that. And everybody still said we worship many gods. So Pa Netta, the supreme being, Nabercha, is one and alone. And as Nabercha, he's what? Manifesting everywhere. And he's in all things in the form of God and goddesses, elements, whatever you want to call it. But that's how we looked at it back then, and it haven't changed. We got new modern names for it, but it's still the same thing. That haven't changed. That's my point. And the second one, it says here, Maya, Swa, Sa, Set, Kunum. What the what? Okay, breakdown. Lack of righteousness brings fetters to your personality and your life, and these fetters cause ignorance of the divine. I use as a perfect example. When I'm ignorant, I'm pointing back there. Wow, I was ignorant as all get up to the divine, to God. I didn't give a crap about God. I'm living in the devil's domain. I'm having fun. So who cares about God? That was my mindset. Until what? They took everything away. When all you got after all the show that, all the bells and whistles, yeah. Take all that away. What you got? The devil ain't there no more. Who you got? God. I learned that with the old-fashioned way. I'm trying to tell my young people, don't get to be down and out to start worshiping, dealing with God. Go to him on your own. He'll treat you a lot better. Trust me. And the next one, the third one. I'm going to break them all down as I go, but just the third one here. It says, Ushu Su Nafu in Sau Set. Now, when you hear set Set is never good. Okay, set is the ego. Set to y'all modern day is like the devil. How about that? He ain't good. Okay, but guess what? In the end, I'm gonna prove that I'm set. Why? I'm the bad guy until what? You make a change, and ain't no better good guy than that. What? A bad guy turned good, and this is called devotion to the divine God. That leads to what? Freedom from what? Fetters of set. It can't get no simpler than that. If you serving God, you're going to have blessings and good things happen. If you serving yourself, you'll be satisfied pleasurably and monetarily, but you're not going to be blessed by God. That's the difference. Remember, set is your ego. Your ego represents what? Edging God out. So the ego is on its own. That's you saying, I don't need God. Yes, you do. Even when you think you don't. That's the problem right there. Moving on, wrap this up for the next one. We'll get into it. Now, the fourth rule. Now, these are all not just rules, great rules. They emphasize it. Why? Because if you follow them, something will happen. That's what I know. Ari, that's action. Shidi, study. Reek, that's knowledge. Ab, that's the heart. Makaru. Now, shoot me. From the picking up the words, understanding, I can see where it's going with this. Let's see what it translates to. The practice, Ari, of Shidi is what? Disciplines. Leads to what? Knowing oneself. And who? The divine. This is beautiful. This is called being true of speech. Makaru. I love that. Why? Speak from the heart. I don't have no deception. I got no hidden agendas. So I'm speaking from the heart. I'm not here blowing smoke, gaslighting, and BSing nobody. Okay? I'm doing what I think is my job to enlighten, help, inspire, motivate other people. That's what I'm here for. No other reason. No, that's it. I make it real plain. It ain't no secret to what I do. That's transparency. I ain't here to do nothing but what I tell you I'm doing. That's all I'm doing when I'm here. If you think anything else or want something else, you won't get it. Trust me. Now, this is only part one. It's an introduction. We just did the introduction. I gave you all another stuff. I'm walking you through the book. Now, again, this is steps that I'm trying to get you to learn. There's 4 levels of this that we're going to go through. And by the time we get to the 4th one, you should be well-versed in what? You. My whole goal is to get you to self-improve. And this is all things that you need to do to make that possible. How about that? I'll make it real simple for you. I ain't got time to beat around the bush. I want to get to the point. Let's rock. When you hear me say Shetaut never, that's right thinking philosophy. They're interchangeable. Why? That's what it is. I just put my little twist to it. That's what I've been trying to tell you. But it's all Shetaut never. Watch this. And this is what I follow. I know this. This is what I learned. Shetaut never, right thinking philosophy, can be summarized in many ways, but perhaps the most succinctly, the most clearly and better understood, it may be condensed into 4 great teachings. And these 4 teachings are called Ma, M-A-A, U-R, N, Shetaut never. Those are the 4 things that we figure you follow, you can master, and you will know you better than anybody else. And that's the goal for right thinkers, to know thyself. Right? So let's go. I'm not try to tell you. I'm going to break it down to show you a blueprint, walk you through it. So all you got to do is what? Do it. Just do it. Great truths. These are the 4 great truths of Shetaut never. These 4 great truths, the Shetaut never, philosophy, again, philosophy, not a belief system, not a religion, a philosophy that can be practiced when? Daily. That's what I'm trying to explain to you. You ain't got to change nothing else you doing to add this up. That's just like I said, this is the added kick. This ain't taking away. This is always just adding on. And what's this? Enhancing, improving. How about that? Everybody can do for some improvements, but the Netherrean philosophy are like formulas. Again, in chemistry. I had honors chemistry in high school, took a couple of courses in college. So I understand how to work chemicals. That's what got me into the drug game. Moving on. Again, it's a system, and everything ties along. You can tell a story, and it goes right along. That's it. Moving on. And when you have a formula, I'll call it the concept, same thing. It's called the code. Duh. If you mix certain elements in a particular way, magic can happen. They call it alchemy, but this is chemistry. You're changing chemicals. Alchemy is changing base metal stuff, okay? Yourself. But you will get certain elements or certain compounds to now come out of it. You can make one thing to something else. Okay? I took a little lactose, took a little cocaine. Voila. Moving on. Just old school, okay? They don't even use lactose no more with the cocaine. I don't know what they're cutting with now, but my day was lactose. I don't know what they use now. Inositol. How you go to a health food store to buy stuff for drugs? Moving on. I got too much stuff going on upstairs in my head. You don't want to be up in that place. But if you mix certain elements, okay, in a particular way, you'll get elements and certain compounds that can make something else. So in essence, you can build something great out of very small and condensed pieces of information. There we go. This is all about getting information. The 4 Netherine principles are just like that. What? They are the blueprint, okay, for what? The entire Netherine teachings. The lessons are condensed into 4 great lessons. Okay, there's a whole bunch of stuff you're going to go through, but the 4 important ones, let's go over it. That's going to be the fun part for me. Why? This is stuff that you learn to learn how to be a better you. That's why. Let's go. These 4 principles condense into a entire teaching of what we call Shetaut, for me, right thinking philosophy. They encapsulate the entire teachings of for you to know these 4 teachings that would give you the keys to understanding the entire philosophy of Shetaut and yourself. Remember the hidden secrets, the hidden mystery of who you are. That's the purpose. And Sheti means to study it profoundly, regularly, daily, until you master it. However, only knowing, this is the beauty part right here for my right thinkers, only knowing the keys or knowing the right thinking philosophy does not lead you to enlightenment. Oh, I watch the brother every day. I know everything he said. I understand what he's talking about. So I'm enlightened. No, you're not. In order to have enlightenment, this experience, okay, you must understand completely the philosophy that's being taught to you, and furthermore, practice the disciplines daily. Right there. That's how it's done. That's how you become enlightened. And information, right information, plus the experience equals what? Wisdom. You learn it. You hear it, you listen, you understand it, reflect on it, meditate on it, and implement it. Now you got it. And you continue to do that with little bits. They started adding up. I love this. This is beautiful. But you got information that with no action cannot equal anything. Prayer without works. This is all ancient philosophy that modernized, same thing. It ain't changed, just the words changed, but it's the same concept. That's what I'm trying to show you. And if you ain't putting the work in, you don't get anything. That's been since the beginning. And watch this. It equals 0. Nothing. And equals ignorance. There you go. Ignorance plus ignorance, these equals nothing. Prison time for me. Okay? It equals more information, but you still have ignorance. Of course, getting information don't make you smart. Practicing it, using it does. Take our society for example. What you mean? We still have so much more technology than what they ever had before. Yet our culture is more degrading and continues to degrade more and more every day. I'm watching it. I'm saying, y'all think y'all smart, y'all think technology, y'all got all this modern stuff. Y'all dumb as a bag of rocks. Why? Ain't nobody implementing nothing. They relying on machines or somebody else to get the job done. That's nosedive. As a society, we going straight to hell. With bad leadership, that's the only place. Your destination is straight to Palookasville. Okay? Now, let's talk about the first great truth. Now, this is what it look like in Measure Never. Okay? All this up here, I'm about to read this down here, but this is what it's saying in the Medjugorje, okay? And when you see these flags, that's God, okay? I know that. Some of them I can I know you see them flags, they represent God. All right, so the first great truth is Panetta. U a Nabercha Neteru, and that means the Netter, the supreme being, is one and alone. And as the Nabercha, the all-encompassing one, the manifestation of everything, everywhere, and is in all things in the form of what they call God and goddesses we know as elements, and then spirit. Okay? So the first point to understand is that the philosophy holds that there is one God, supreme being. One. Everything comes from the one. I'm emphasizing that for a reason. And this is the first key to understanding the philosophy. Believing or thinking there's many gods, you got the wrong concept. You're wrong. So don't go for that. Let us tell you what's going on, and you can get better acquainted. And watch this. And that philosophy manifests as what? Nabercha. And Nabercha is in Commission. You hear when I say Kemet? That's before the Greeks. That's before the white man tainted it. Okay? We had our own thing, and we're living on for thousands of years in harmony with each other. And that's Kemet. When the Greeks came in, oh, this is Egypt. Wow, they got burnt face. They black. Moving on, another issue. But the commission, I use that word, the Kemet, that's us. Term that means what? All-encompassing divinity. The virtue, that's what that means. And there is only one supreme being. He is manifesting as everything. The circle represents God. Everything falls in line that circle. I got some more schematics to show you. But the idea, the first sign for God was the circle. Okay? No beginning, no ending. That's the concept. And we talk a lot of stuff. I listen to what y'all say. But I went and got the book called Origins. Okay? This is the book I've been working from. It done moved to the bottom of the stack. I got all the stuff answering questions. I done got away from my book. But I'll get back to it. Knowledge is endless. It's like the circle. It goes or it don't. You can't tell where you're at. You're never out of place, okay? And when you're in the dot in the middle, you circumcise yourself with the what? The compass. That compass is what makes the circle. And we didn't invent the wheel. I love that concept. Moving on. But that's just a little tidbit, all right? Where we at? So now, commercial, okay. There is a supreme being, okay? And that is the first key to understanding. You have to understand why. Because if you miss the first key, this is the first key and to be understood before you go any further. And why is this important? Because if you miss this first key, the rest of it does not fall into place. They got to fall into place. They got to follow sequence. It's a story. This is not what? This is not spiritual tradition about many spirits or different gods and goddesses. No, this ain't no. This is a philosophy at one end of the spectrum and a God at the other end, nor do we have God in one place and the devil in another. Didn't have the devil concept. And whatever God does, the devil goes and what? Messes it up, according to y'all Christians. This devil that y'all created is made, the devil made me do it. Remember that? My man, Flip Wilson? The devil made me do it. What he's saying is, I got an overriding mindset that makes me do things that I may not want to do, knowing it wrong. That's the devil. Yeah. The devil is opposition to God. If what you're doing is not righteous, it's wrong. Simple. And no penalty for sinners, I just got finished watching that movie, death. Death means you're going to be wiped out. Why? If you ain't living right, God don't want mess. So he dispensed with that. Good lasts for eternity. See the difference? Get the concept? It's been around since forever. Moving on. But once you understand it and master it, you can play your own game with it now. Why? You have mastery of yourself. Now, remember that comedian Wilson, who made that saying popular years ago? That is the teachings of Western culture. That's the mindset. Okay, well, the devil made me do it. Okay, and the Western religions. In Netarian philosophy, that don't carry no weight. They're only order and chaos. Maya is order, Ishvet is chaos. We know them. We got identity to every aspect of your character has an identity. Y'all call them God and goddesses. Yeah, I call them aspects of your character. I've mastered all of them. You know all of them. Yep. Do that? My pastor know all them hymns and all. I know all of my gods and my Egyptian God and goddesses. Concepts. Truth and error. Ain't but two things. Good, bad, right, wrong. Order, chaos. Same thing. But this is what? In truth and error. Either it's right or it's wrong. Simple as that. Ain't no in-betweens. Ain't no, no. If a person acts unrighteous in unrighteous ways, they are being controlled by what? The forces of entropy. Well, who the hell is he? I just got finished studying, so I know. Excuse me. Entropy is a force. Egoism and ignorance. Okay? They both work together to what? To destroy, to bring down, to tear up. Ain't nothing good with that. If they act righteously, now they are controlled by who? Maya. See where we're going with this? And here's the sign. I love this. Apophis is a big serpent, giant serpent. This is his head. This is his body. He is so big that you see the boat ain't on the water. The boat is on his back. You see him? And you see who's fighting. This is Set. This is your ego. This is your ego protecting you. Okay? This is Ra. This is you. This is Tahuti. This is Haru. This is all the what? These are all your aspects of your character. They all freaking out. Okay? Why? They got no fight in them. Set's the fighter. And he know that. He will kick and rip everybody to shreds. Why? That's what he do. He didn't care. He's the honey badger of the spirits, of the ego. He fight anything. And like I said, you want him on you want a guy like this on your side. That crazy, don't care. You want one of them. You need one of them. They call them berserkers. The Vikings, they call them berserkers. They get them all hopped up, get them high, and they go into rage. We did it a little different. The Indians, before the white man came into the Indians, they was stealth. They was quiet. That white man gave them that damn spirit that they ain't snuck up on nobody since. Little tidbit there, a little history story. All right, but let me wrap this up for you with entropy. I said, I'm not gonna rush through this. I'm gonna take my time. So I'm gonna get this lesson in. I'm gonna get another one coming up. All right, let me go. The force of entropy. I want to share that right quick. In Netarian religion, the philosophy, there is no concept of evil. Okay, it's chaos. Evil don't mean bad. Chaos don't mean bad. It just means it could possibly be evil or good. There's always that possibility. So now the concept of evil as a what? Conceptualized in Western culture, rather it is understood that the forces of entropy are constantly working. In nature, it's a force to be reckoned with. To bring that which what? Has been constructed by human hands to their original natural state. The serpent, Apep, you know him as Apophis, who what? He is Ra's enemy. He wants darkness. When the sun go down, it goes into the underworld, the Dua. That's where Apophis dwell. He wants it to stay there. Ra got to spend 12 hours fighting with this guy to get loose so he can shine on the world and take care of his people. Conceptually. Okay, remember, this is all concept. And if you can follow the story, it's leading you somewhere. It's giving you an understanding, a concept that you can manifest for yourself and get understanding and manifest for yourself the things that you want. That's how it's done. What's this? An Apophis who tries what? Daily to stop the boat. This is the boat. This is the boat at night. He got a boat that he go to daytime. Okay, well, it's just him, Tahuti, and Tahuti, and Maya. He don't need a whole bunch. But when he get to the west, he got to go into the underworld. If you hear any noise, it's me and the boys. Why? We got to go do work. Gang members, gangs. That's all based on what? Calling in your allies, wars, troopers, warriors. Everybody got to have somebody to work with, to fight with. Okay, the opposing forces. This is inside yourself. This the motor war that goes inside you. Okay, Set is the ego. Okay, he want what he wants. In that essence, he become Apophis. Okay, but put in a position of servitude, he'll fight anybody, even Apophis. Okay, he went up. No, he working for Rod now. He crossed over. What's this? I got another little quick story. Let me wrap this up for you. But you see Rod's boat of creation. Apopha's job is to stop that, and it's a symbol of what? Entropy. This concept of entropy has been referred to as, you ready? Chaos in the Western Egyptologists. That's what y'all call it. But there is no devil in Shetaut Netta. Rather, there is ignorance in Shetaut Netta. See, not knowing. You are either ignorant of your true essence, self, knowing thyself, or you have wisdom of your true essence, self. You either don't know or you do know. If you are ignorant, and a lot of us, we are born that way, so we have to what? Be taught. Okay, that's a known fact. Then you act in what? A demonic ways. That does not make you a demon. No, just make you ignorant, and you're doing ignorant stuff, and you got to be responsible for those actions. The better actions you perfect, the better results you're going to get. Ignorant action gets what? Ignorant results. Same thing. There is no devil in Shetaut Netta. No. There is only supreme divinity, and those who are ignorant of that fact about the supreme divinity don't know God, don't know themselves, okay? And they are capable of errors, meaning they're going to make mistakes. We ain't perfect. We all say the same thing. I told you, perfection is what? Taking out your flaws. The stuff that's negative about you, stop doing them. All right, that's real simple. And this is the same thing. That's where I got it from. Sorry. But you are capable of having errors. You have unspeakable acts of cruelty. Sound familiar? Selfishness and violence. This is all we experience on a regular basis. Why? Due to our ignorance. It's going to continue. It ain't going to stop. Why? Everybody's not enlightened. Those who are enlightened get looked strange at and get mocked and scorned by those who are ignorant. I'm experiencing that now. The task of religion. Here you go. The purpose of religion was to make you knowledgeable and wise about the true essence, aka God, or the stripes in life, to live it according to what? Mayat. And then bring you what? In harmony with creation. Western civilization challenges creation. Everybody else ingratiated, works with it, and they survive a lot better. We fight in the nature, okay? If you are in harmony with creation, what happens? Then there is no conflict. Right now, summertime, you dress warm, you understand that? We know that in a few months, this is going to go away. It's a cycle. You already know that. So what? You prepare for it and be ready and deal with it. That's it. Conflict comes when you are not what? When you are out of harmony. You're not in step with what's going on. Okay, with creation. When there is self and other, that's disharmony, comes when one falls away from what? The truth and the netter, aka God, and is the ultimate truth. When you live in a life of lie, meaning you got your ego thing going, that's not going to lead you nowhere. When you're living under God auspiciousness and do the right thing like Adam and Eve until they find out between good and evil, the concept is, as long as you let God, your conscience be your God, you'll be fine. That's what you do. My spiritual discipline does that for me. Keep me focused and steadfast. Wrapping it up. In the slide I just showed you above, right, there is a picture of God, Ra, who was sitting in his boat, where Ra sails on the primeval ocean, which is inhabited by what? The serpent, Apep, Apophis. We got a meteor come around, and they call it the Apophis. Apep is a demon, watch this, of chaos. That doesn't mean bad, just mean disorder. Doesn't mean there's no order, it's haphazard, like the White House. Okay, we got chaos in the White House. That's why I call him Captain Chaos. What? Ain't nothing set. This guy is all over the place. That's why I keep my lessons structured. Why? I build over the damn place too. I'm talking about this 1 minute, next minute I'm over here, then I'm over there, then I'm back here. I don't like that. I need structure. I can't do chaos. I'm a Mayat fan. Who is trying to what? Stop the creative movements of the boat. That's your inner self, your ego self, trying to keep you at bay, doing whatever he wants you to do. Sound familiar? Set, again, your ego, who is previously was a negative personality. Again, he is, but he was redeemed after who? Haru put him in check. That's you putting him in place. Now, he stands at the bow, front of the boat, and does what? Fights off and protect what? the giant serpent Apophis, which represents chaos. In other words, Set now is what? Serving Ra. That's me. I used to serve the other guy. Now I'm serving the big guy. And watch this. When the ego, Set, is pure, okay, serving God, and what that means? Having turned away from what? His evil ways. And now he no longer is demonic. He's still brash. He still got the fight in him. Like I said, it ain't the size of the dog in the fight. It's the size of fighting the dog. It's Set in that dog. Depending on, he fight anything. He don't care. Again, and he don't care about the size. None of that means nothing. But that's your ego, and that's how it should be. When it's working for you, that's what you want. You want that person. Thus, watch this. Having nihas and attained when the ego Set is purified, changed like I have been, placed in the service of the higher self, Ra, this is the heart of the great teachers. You are now no longer that guy. I'm this guy, a good guy. I tell you, ain't no better guy than what? A bad guy turning good. That's me. That's a lesson. Hope you enjoyed it. I'll be right back. We just getting started. This is just number one. And closing right thinkers, may y'all let it be 100. Me, 100 minus a day. Another of my right thinkers who started to learn the 4 principles of right thinking philosophy has passed away. I got to hit the gym. It's time to go. I'm late. Got to go.